Welcome to the Transform Your Mind to Transform Your Life radio hour and podcast. I'm your host, Life Coach Marina Young, and sitting in the guest chair today is Pragito Dove. Pragito is an author, speaker, and coach, and today we are going to be talking on the topic wisdom for money and personal success using the law of attraction. I love the law of attraction. I practice it almost every day because anything we want in life, we first have to ask for it. Everything starts in your head. And once you identify what you want and have your energy lined up, then you're actually, engage in the law of attraction. So I love this topic, and we're going to make it even special because we're going to talk about the money part of law of attraction. You can use law of attraction to get your soulmate or to get a job, but we're going to put it where what everybody wants, using the law of attraction to attract money. So welcome, Pragito.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Myrna. I am thrilled to be here.
Yes, I'm thrilled to have you too. Thank you very much for being on the show. So, all right, let me give you a little bit more information about Pragito Dove. She is an internationally recognized author, hypnotherapist, I love that part, coach, and speaker with over 20 years experience. Pragito helps entrepreneurs, leaders, and CEOs align their mindset. This is the Mindset Transformation Show, to allow more peace, time, and financial freedom. She shows you how to change your money blueprint, recondition your mind for automatic abundance. That's when it's flowing automatically to you, and use the spiritual laws of attraction to create real world success. So that is a tantalizing bio. It touched in so many skill sets, and I wish we had time to touch on them all. But of course, we're going to be tapering our conversation around the law of attraction and money. So my first question, Pragito, is what was your journey to becoming an author, hypnotherapist, and coach?
And meditation expert too, actually. Maybe I
Okay.
didn't put that in there.
Didn't put that one in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't start off so great, I can tell you. I had a very challenging childhood. I had a cruel mother.
Oh, wow.
And I had my father, I just adored my father, but he was not in his power. So he didn't stand up for himself. So he didn't stand up for me. So basically I got trodden all over and by my mother, and I was actually terrified of her. And so what I did to cope with it all was I shut down my heart and decided to live in my head. And I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of anger, and I had a lot of pain as well in my heart. And I just realized, even as a young child, I was just going to have to sort of stick it out, so to speak, until I got old enough to do something about it, because I really believed somehow my childlike self, my spirit, that surely life wasn't meant to be like this, and I wanted to be happy. And I don't mean like I want a new bicycle happy. I meant happy inside all the time, and somehow as a child I had that belief that it was possible, but it certainly wasn't possible in the household I grew up in.
Wow.
and I needed to do something as soon as I could. So I did in my early 20s. The first thing I did was I heard about this Zen master called Osho, who was in India. And that he had all these meditations, a wide range of meditation techniques, including expressive meditations. So I started checking this out because I really needed to release all these turbulent emotions that I'd stuffed down because they were clearly not helping me attract what I wanted. I would just...
Were you at home at this point, or you left home already?
No, I went to college when I was actually 17. Fortunately,
Okay.
I was very smart here, so I
Okay,
went to
right.
college early. And then I was really gone from home, and then I got a job. I was living in the UK at the time.
Okay.
I got a job in downtown London tonight because that was my first goal, to get away from home.
Home, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but of course I didn't know at the time how much damage had already been done in my subconscious and how much healing I had to do. Good job I probably didn't know. But
Yeah, you wouldn't know that until like now. You know, when you're starting off, you don't know these things. You just know you're not happy, and that's about it.
exactly, I knew
Right,
there's something wrong. And then I got married, and then when my son was born and I was looking at his beautiful blue eyes, I realized I have to do something, because if I don't, I'm going to pass all this
yeah.
fear to him.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes.
Because it transmits. And
Yeah,
then we're going to have another person not happy with their life.
yeah, yeah.
So I also found out when I was 6 months pregnant that my husband was having an affair. So, you know, it's like all this...
Oh my gosh. Poor child. He's absorbing all that stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I obviously filed for divorce, and I took off. I went to India with my son when he was 14 months old, and I started to do all these meditations. And I'm telling you, they worked. There's a laughter meditation. There's a tears meditation for crying. There's a dancing meditation, a gibberish meditation, and a dynamic meditation. Both of those are great for dumping out anger.
Mm-hmm.
And humming meditations. And so I did all these different meditations. And what happened to me was I was able to release out of my body mind all this inner turmoil and find inner peace, find my creativity and the love and the wisdom that we all have within us.
Yeah.
So it was hugely successful, to say the least, that I found those meditations.
How many years did that take you to do?
Well, it's a process, you know, but even as soon as you start, things start changing and shifting. And then they invited me to do the trainings. And when they invited me, I couldn't think what on earth they wanted me for, to train in meditation. So I was, you know, I thought I'm such a mess. But as it turns out, yeah, they were right, because I did have that capability in me to not only find the inner peace, but now to be able to teach others. And I train teachers as well, and
you were still
help
in India
others.
at the time, or are you the UK?
Pardon?
Were you still in India or UK or the UK?
Well, actually, then I came to the States because I married an American.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
So one of my closest friends told me about this perfume called Dream Love 1000. I am not sponsored. I'm just letting you guys know something crazy that I'm about to do in this vlog. And so it's a perfume that makes guys like attracted to you. It like heightens their libido, and it's full of pheromones and stuff that makes you attracted to someone. And we went to the bar, and all these guys would not stop going up to her. And so my other friend got it, and she went on a Tinder date, and she was blowing up our group chat about how this guy is all over her, so she smells so good.
But I do like this perfume.
Thank you. I'm gonna pack the perfume for Paris because I feel like you like it.
I do like it, actually. It smells really good.
Thank you.
Smell it.
It smells good.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
That's
What is that? Why does it make me happy? It's so weird.
That's what I sprayed today.
What?
You liked it?
What is it? I don't get it though.
Like you said, do you have a different scent? Like, do you want to try a new smell? And this is what I tried. Do you like it?
So you brainwashed me?
I didn't brainwash you.
Hypnotized me?
It was the perfume.
The perfume hypnotized me?
I mean, I got some shopping done. I got you.
I don't know. I guess it works, you guys.
Piece of shit. What?
I guess it works. I guess the real test
Guys,
would be...
I don't know what this is, but it smells freaking good.
Yeah, I'm not getting sponsored. Like, I honestly thought Gabby was getting paid. We're just like selling the shit out of this perfume, but it's not anyone's.
It says Dream Love 1000.
Oh, Jimmy.
I don't know, I think it works.
Bam.
BAM!
Something that I found to be irresistible for my man. And it has this like ingredient, this thing in it, this compound in it that that's like proven to make your man more, not more attracted, but like more sensual and just like, you know.
In the years. Oh my god. This fragrance is actually freaking good. I did not expect this. It has like a feminine musky fragrance and it's really difficult to find like a good feminine fragrance. I really love how this smells.
What are you?
It's a different perfume you're wearing.
I just used it today for the first time. Like it?
I love it.
Ready? No.
So good, like so.
Interestingly, like this is, I'm not even making this up. Chirayu was quite shy in front of the camera, but in reality, like behind the scenes, he mentioned to me like at least 4 times that I smell good. He was just close to me the entire time, so he really liked it.
Over 5 million real experiences for the last 21 years since 1998. Dream Love 1000, a fragrance with attraction.
And so then by this time, I was actually in the San Francisco Bay Area at the time.
Okay.
I'm now in Tucson, Arizona, but
Okay.
but yeah, so it was just an unbelievable transformation that happened to me. And I saw how, you know, it was possible for me because I trained to teach all these meditations as well when I was in India, that I could, you know, create a business and help others.
Okay.
So that's really become my mission. And then
I'm getting chills. It's a great mission. I can't believe we left off meditation off of your bio.
yeah,
It's
I can't believe
amazing.
that either.
Yeah, okay. So the meditation turned into hypnotherapy?
Well,
Explain what
actually,
hypnotherapy is to our audience.
hypnotherapy
Hmm.
actually happened because when I was in India, there was a hypnotherapist there. He invited me, and I have no idea why he decided to do this. He invited me to assist him in one of his workshops. And I didn't know the first thing about hypnotherapy. So it was like, I had all these miracles happening.
Just do learning. Yep.
Yeah. And in that workshop with him, I learned that I did not have to keep the fear, lack, and scarcity programming that had been put in me by my parents and my culture, that I could change it.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh my goodness, I can change it. And he said to me, yeah, you can just change it. So obviously I was very captivated with that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got back to the States, I did my hypnotherapy training.
Okay. Can you explain to our listeners and those watching on YouTube what exactly is hypnotherapy and how is it different from meditation?
Well, hypnotherapy is, I do one-on-one with people.
Okay.
I don't do group sessions because I think they can be too general. I mean, it can work, but I like to work with people individually because everybody has a different set of circumstances that contribute to their wounds and the beliefs they learned and decisions they may be made. So with the hypnotherapy, I like to work with people individually, whereas the meditation I work in groups.
Okay.
And what we do with the hypnotherapy is I take people on a guided journey deep into their subconscious.
Wow.
Because that is where the solutions lie to the problem. So if we take money, because you said, you know, you wanted to talk about money. So let's say, you know, they're always broke, or, you know, that they use their credit cards and they pay off the credit card, but then they go back in the same cycle.
Right.
That was me, actually.
Okay.
I would pay off the credit card and then it'd be back on the credit cards again.
Right.
Always getting to this same place, like an inner ceiling, and not being able to get past it.
That, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what we can do in the hypnotherapy is go to the root of the problem and find out what you learned about money. So what I learned about money was I could only have so much. That one didn't want to be greedy or selfish and have more money than your station in life. And we were like middle class. We weren't poor, but we weren't rich. And what I learned was you stay in your station.
You're middle class, right?
Yeah, you don't try and become a millionaire or be like wealthy. Oh, no. You don't want to do that, you know. I mean, you don't want to be poor either.
Right. Okay. All right. So my last, I love it. My last interview, we discussed money blocks. So I don't want to do too much into that because I have a whole episode on money blocks. Okay. But would that be considered another money block, or is there a different word for this particular one?
Yeah, well, it's the blueprint. It's how you were blueprinted.
Okay. All right. Right.
You know?
Right. So the block is what's blocking you. The blueprint is your beliefs and what's guiding you, like a blueprint for a construction project. Okay. All right.
Yeah. You're told this is the way life is.
Right.
And you believe it.
Yes.
Because that's what you're told.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
But I have to tell you something very interesting I've been doing the hypnotherapy for over 23 years, is that at the root of the problem, it's not about money at all. It's about love.
Really?
Yeah. And it's about...
That is very interesting. Yeah.
Deserving. Like a lot of us believe I am not deserving. I am not worthy.
I was just about to say that. I've heard that put another way. I'm not enough. I don't deserve wealth. I don't deserve it.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't matter.
Yeah.
I don't matter is a very common thing, I think, with practically every person I've worked with over the 23 years. At the root of their issues is either I don't matter, I don't deserve it, I'm not worthy.
I heard that. I don't remember where, but I heard that in someone of the one of the top coaches. I'm not sure if it's Tony Robbins or not, but said exactly the same thing, that the root of all problems is, they use another word, but it's the same thing, that I'm not enough.
Yeah.
And Michelle Obama in her book Becoming, talked about that a lot, because even when she was first lady and even when she was a lawyer and she was successful, because she started off, in the poor parts of Chicago, she felt that she wasn't enough. She felt that she didn't deserve it. So yeah, I can see where that would be an issue. Right?
Yeah. And so it's really about love, about self-love and self-acceptance, and learning to remember that you are a divine being in a body, that you are an abundant being in an abundant universe. And every single person deserves love, deserves money, deserves health and fitness. We all deserve that. There's nobody that doesn't deserve that, because we're all divine souls.
Yeah. So I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but this is interesting. We can't just leave it alone. So as a hypnotherapist,
Mhm.
what kind of work do you do to remove that blueprint? Because I know the hypnotherapy can also take you right back to the womb, but obviously we're not doing that. We're working with the blueprint, and the blueprint is, I guess, formed in the first 7 years of your life, right? Have you found that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it can be even formed in the womb.
Really?
The child can learn that the mother doesn't want it, or maybe the father doesn't want it, because it's all energy. So we're all transmitting energy.
Yes.
And then the child can arrive. I mean, I've gone through this with many clients. They arrive and the mother's too busy, the father's too busy, so they just get left on their own, so they get lonely, and they're learning through all of that. They're learning, I don't matter.
It don't matter. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Okay. So so how do you start to penetrate that?
Well, I take my client on a guided journey, and I count them down to a deeper relaxation. Now, they don't go out or anything, because we want the conscious mind, which is the part of us that's talking now, which is actually only about 5% of us. About 95% of us is in the subconscious. So I take them into a more relaxed state, but not going out, but so they're still present. And I ask the wisdom of their body, the wisdom of their heart and their higher self to bring forward for us today what is at the root of, let's say, Jamie's money issues. What is at the root of it? Because we need to work at the root of things, or the problem will reoccur. And the good thing about hypnotherapy is, because you're working at the root, when we've healed everything, it never ever comes back. Never comes back.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. Wow. All right. Well, we spend a lot of time on that one, and I love that. I love that. I love anything to do with learning. I love anything to do with, increasing your ability. I love anything to do with taking us to a higher level. You know what I mean? And and that is beautiful. And I know that I guess that's hypnosis is the one that takes you back to the womb and stuff like that. But hypnotherapy, right? And you're out, and they, they put you under. So that is good. So using what you talked about hypnotherapy, if we were to start talking about our topic, why is it important for an entrepreneur to understand how the law of attraction works with money and to invest in themselves? So do they have to start by being in a hypnotherapy session for them to understand their blueprint before you start attracting more from the law of attraction, or what's the circle?
Well, it's just that the hypnotherapy can help to make it all go quicker.
Okay.
That's what the hypnotherapy can help with.
Okay.
But the place to start is with the awareness. It's like a 3-step process. And the first step is ask for what you want, but you have to be clear. You need clarity on what you want. Because interesting, a lot of people don't really know what they want, or they have confusion around it.
Yeah.
So the number one,
they're not specific. Yeah, that's the first step in my coaching too. First, we go to the background, which is basically part of your hypnotherapy. I don't know to do what you do, but you go into the past and you see, and then you say what you want, and then go ahead.
So that's the first step.
Similar to mine.
Yeah. And then you have to focus on it.
Okay.
So let's say you want a new car. So, you might go, let's say you want a Lexus car. So you go to the Lexus showroom and you do a test drive. You look on the internet at prices and pictures. Pictures work very powerfully with the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures. You tell people, I want a Lexus, you know, I'd really like a Lexus car. So that's part number 2 of the 3-step process, is you have to focus on it and let people know and get pictures of what you want and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And one tip I give here is do not ask for money, because
Mm-hmm.
the universe doesn't really understand. What do you mean by money? Do you want a bag of money to fall on your head one day? Is that what you want? You know, it's
Right.
much more powerful to ask, what do you want the money for?
Right.
Okay, I want a Lexus car, or I want to go on a cruise, or I want to do a particular program with a particular person, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. It makes it more concrete about what you want the money for, because the universe is listening. Then step 3 is allowing. And this is the most difficult step, and it's the step where most people fall down. You have to allow what you want to come to you, because it will, if the universe, you know, as long as it's reasonable, that you're not 5'2" and you're saying you want to be a basketball player, you know, things like that.
Right.
That it will come to you. So, but people get impatient, and then they get tense, and they start getting kind of needy. When am I going to get my car? And see, then you tense up, and what you're actually doing is repelling. You're pushing away the possibility. So you have to stay open to receiving. And that's another thing I found. A lot of people don't know how to receive, especially women, because what we're taught is you have to give and give and give.
Yeah.
So
I have
women,
a problem with that too. I'm getting better, but I have a difficult time receiving. So, but I understand the allowing part, because I know there's a law of that, you know, law of allowing. And a lot of times people do things like, for instance, if you say, you know, you want that Lexus, right?
yeah,
And then the next minute you're saying, but you know, I can never afford that, or it's never going to come. And that's how you kind of reject it, right? Yeah. I know.
And now we get to talk about the mind, and this is where the meditation comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the techniques I teach with meditation is learning to witness the mind.
Mm.
So where you learn to disidentify from the mind, because the thoughts of the mind actually are not real. They are like shadows. You know, like when you walk down the street on a sunny day and you can see your shadow.
Right.
So that's what thoughts are. They're like shadows. They are not real. And they're often not true. Like saying things like, well, you can never have a Lexus. Who do you think you are, wanting to drive around in a Lexus? You know, and things like that.
Right.
So what you learn to do with the meditation work is to observe or witness or watch the mind, learning to disidentify from it, so that you don't get caught up in believing what the mind is saying, and you can just relax. Say, okay, thank you, mind. You just let the thoughts pass by. Those are the 5 magic words for the mind.
What?
Let the mind pass by.
Okay.
Just let it pass by.
That's very hard to do.
It is. And that's where you need your meditation practice, because you know, my mind was crazy busy when I started, and now I can disidentify. Okay, that's just a lot of nonsense. Thank you, mind. Just let it pass by. Who are you to say I can't have a Lexus? You know, the mind doesn't know very much. It thinks it knows everything, but it doesn't. That's the universe going to decide if I'm going to have a Lexus
or not. Exactly. That's very good. That reminded me, you know, I used to work with automatic negative thoughts. And when I would hear the mind telling me something, I would talk back to it, because it keeps repeating and repeating all the time. And then you talk back to it, you know, automatic negative thoughts. The same thing, it's not even like I want something. It's just like it's, repeating itself. And I would say, you better stop.
Yeah, that's good.
That's right. Yeah, you better cut that out. Yeah, all right. So I got that. That was pretty good information there. So 1, you ask for what you want, be specific. 2, focus on your dreams, look at the pictures, and then allow it to come to you, which is, I guess, part of the law of attraction. Do you want to touch on that here?
Well, yeah, because that really is the law of attraction. So if we look at attracting on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being our most negative vibes, 10 being our most positive vibe.
Right.
See, all the law of attraction does is match. It matches. It's a one-trick pony. That's all it does. It doesn't care who you are or what you want. If you're some famous Hollywood actor or a rickshaw driver in Calcutta, it doesn't care. All it does is match your energy. And here we really need to pay attention to our emotional state, which is in the subconscious. With 95% of us is in the subconscious. So if we are transmitting anger, guess what we get back? Yeah. Negative. If we're transmitting fear, guess what we get back? So we have to pay attention to our vibes. And our only job is to keep our vibes up at an 8, 9, 10.
Right.
Okay. And there's many ways to do that. And one of my favorite ways is the laughter meditation.
Well, I do that a lot, so that's good.
Yeah, that's fantastic, because laughter really helps to keep your high vibes. And then you're in your 8, 9, 10 law of attraction state, and your possibility of attracting good things is very high. Whereas when you're in a negative state, of course, it becomes very low. So the most important thing is to be aware of our emotional state. Yes, we want to be aware of the thoughts of the mind, but that's only about 5% of it. It's the emotional state that is the most powerful. And so here's another tip. If you really want something, let's say you've got this really dinged up old car that's failing, you've got to take your kids to school and you need a decent car, Okay. So you're saying to the universe, look, I really need, with a lot of emotion, with a lot of energy, I really need a really good car. Okay, if it's not a Lexus, or it could be a BMW, it could be a Toyota, but I want a really good car because I got to take the kids to school, etc.
I need a better car than this one, right?
Yeah. So you put emotion behind it, your chances of getting what you want go up astronomically.
Okay.
But if you just say, well, I'd like to have a Lexus, and it's more kind of head energy, just on my list, my bucket list, have a Lexus, there's no real emotion behind it, then you're not going to, you might still attract it, but you won't get it as quickly as someone who's very passionate about what they want and puts a lot of feeling into it.
Yeah. I do that. Like when I do my my meditation and I do my visualization and all that, I try to make sure that I've got like tears or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of emotion, because I know it exponentially increases your chances if you've got the emotion, right? So that's good. Yes,
absolutely. That's just a tip I throw in.
What was that?
That's a tip I throw in when I'm telling people about law of attraction.
You can cry and make it real emotional, right? Yeah. Like, this, using the example, driving to thing and the car breaks down and she's at the traffic light and she's crying. I really need a new car.
That's right.
All
okay.
Right. So you're done with that. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. All right. So so that's pretty good. I like and you give me some hope with my energy with the laughing thing, because I study Abraham Hicks and her vibration. And I
That's
always
good.
try to keep my vibration up. And whenever I feel that something is making me feel bad, I get rid of it as soon as I possibly can, because I know that when I'm feeling bad, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm attracting more bad things to me. So it's very good the way that you put it, so that our listening audience and those watching on YouTube would understand that the law of attraction is just a matchmaker. And
Yep.
basically it matches whatever vibration or whatever energy you put out. Because a lot of people don't understand that. They wallow in the feeling bad and then want to know why they're getting bad things in triplicate.
Yeah.
Because that's all they're attracting. So, but I understand that, and I work. But you also gave me a little bit of reward, because I also work with the laughter thing. I'm naturally a person that laughs a lot, but then I do therapy in the evening. I watch about 2 hours of comedy and laugh my head off.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah.
I do. And I do it to unwind and de-stress, and I know laughter is good medicine and that kind of thing. Yeah, I watch about 2 hours of that every night. Okay, so this has been an exciting and beautiful conversation. I'm learning so much from you. So, but let's talk about your book now. I know that your book is called, and we didn't mention it before, but the name of your book, it wasn't in your bio, but your book is called Lunchtime, Enlightenment, Expressive Meditations for Manifesting Peace, Prosperity, and Passion. So tell us about your book. Is it working on the same foundations that we're talking about? We're starting with the meditations, and we're starting with the what you call it, their hypnotherapy, and then the law of attraction, and money and prosperity. So tell us, how you arrange that.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the book right here. See, Lunchtime, Lunchtime Enlightenment, so everybody can see it.
Okay.
Yes, so the meditations are for manifesting peace, prosperity, and passion, the subtitle of the book. Because what is meditation? Meditation is awareness. Meditation is being in the present moment. Mm-hmm. Meditation is not a technique. The techniques are there to help us, to help remind us to be in the present moment. And why do we want to be in the present moment? Because first of all, we're aware of our feeling state. The feelings are always in the present moment. And when we have that present moment awareness, we have the power of choice. We can choose, exactly like you were saying, oh, my vibes are down right now. I need to watch a funny video or comedy. I need to get my vibes up.
Right.
So that awareness gives you that choice. Mm-hmm. And let's say, for example, we feel really angry towards somebody. So it's not a good idea to talk to somebody when you're angry, when you feel angry with them. So in the book here, I give suggestions for what you can do when you feel angry. There's 2 techniques in particular where you can dump your anger out in the sacred context of a meditation technique in the first stage. Then in the second stage, you sit in silence. And you find it much easier to sit in silence when you've let the lid off the pressure cooker, so to speak, and get rid of a lot of, emotional turmoil. Then it's very easy to drop down, and you find inner peace and inner calm and your inner wisdom and love and creativity and all these good things. And then from that place, you can decide what to do about this irritating person that's annoyed you. Do you need to talk to them? Because if you do need to talk to them, then you talk to them from that place of peace and calm.
Wow.
Because that will help them become more calm.
Yeah.
And peaceful.
Because normally they would be reacting to your energy.
Exactly.
Right.
And then the whole thing is just a big mess.
Right.
But when you take responsibility that you feel angry and that it's not going to help to either dump your anger on somebody else or stuff it down, because you don't want to stuff it down either.
No.
Then you do the meditation technique, then you're nice and calm, and then very likely, because your creativity is now available, you'll come up with creative solutions.
Right.
Like I did once with a guy down the road with the whole parking situation with his car. And I knew I was getting annoyed, so I went and did my technique, and then I found my calm. I got my sense of humor back. I got my creativity back, and I came up with a great idea. And I went and discussed it with him, and there we had a perfect solution.
Well, that is perfect for marriages, because a lot of people in intimate relationships blow up and it doesn't ever go anywhere. And, so that is, I'm going to get your book, because, I'm a meditator, but I've never done the type of meditation that you're talking about. I do the meditation where you just find inner peace and you go inside and, that kind of meditation. But when you're talking about expressive meditations where, laughter and dancing and all the other ones that you talked about earlier, and now you're, the dumping the anger and things like that. I've never actually heard of expressive meditation. So I think that that's very, very useful to people that, say they don't have the time to sit and clear their mind.
Yeah, it's difficult.
That's normally what meditation is supposed to do. Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult to just sit and clear your mind, especially if you have a lot of emotional turmoil, or your mind's going like this. That's very, very difficult. However, if you do something expressive first, either laughing or the gibberish for the anger, or dancing, or you could go jogging or running, there's a lot of activities you can do first and let off some steam, and then
your mind will be clear, calmer.
Yeah. Exactly. And then it's very easy to find your inner peace and your inner calm. And then you can come up with great solutions. So, I mean, they're very powerful. Yeah. That's what I learned when I went to India.
So that's good. Yeah. Listen, I love India. My dream was to go to an ashram. I haven't gotten there yet, but it's still my dream to go and spend some time in an ashram there.
Well, I recommend the one I went to. That's where I learned all of what's in my book. So
it's still around?
Oh yeah, they're still there. Yep.
Wow. In Nepal?
No, in India. It's actually in a place called Pune, Pune. It's about a 30-minute plane ride from Mumbai.
Ah, okay. Wow. Yes. So that is my goal, because I love meditation. Of course, I've been, Nepal is the place that I figure that most of the ashrams are, by the Himalayan and all that. But so that's great. I did go to India, but I went as a tourist.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you more about.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to get your book. Yeah. So tell our listening audience how they can get a copy of your book. Tell them, if you do, how they can reach you to do any of your hypnotherapy sessions and coaching and things like that, because I'm pretty sure you get results.
I do. I do.
I can tell by talking to you. Right. Mm-hmm.
So the book is on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, this book was just released in August, and it's already a #1 bestseller.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And then to find me, you go to my website, www.discovermeditation.com. You can sign up for my Laughing Buddhist Network newsletter.
Nice.
And you get 2 free gifts when you do that. And then you stay connected with me, and you find out everything I'm doing. There's a lot of information on the website. Yeah.
All right. Well, excellent. So I'm going to have links to your website, your book. So when they go on the website, would they see the newsletter link?
Yes.
They will. So,
it's on the home page.
all right. Okay.
Or to make it easier, they can go to discovermeditation.com/contact.
Contact. Okay. All right.
/contact. And then they're just on the exact page for signing up.
Of the newsletter.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll definitely link out. You know, my listeners know that the show page, I will have a transcript of my talk with you, because there's a lot of good information here and a lot of people might have missed it. And it will be great for them to see the transcript, as well as links to your pages. So yeah, this was a really good conversation. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for sticking through our technical difficulties we had in the beginning.
Yeah, well, that kind of stuff happens.
The universe.
Yeah. You see, that's why we got to laugh, right?
That's right, exactly. Yes, we got through it, and it was definitely worth it. So yes, I just want to, thank all my listening audience for staying with us until the end. If you're watching us right now from YouTube, then please subscribe to the channel so that you can get notification every week when I upload a new episode. If you're listening to us on iTunes podcast right now, would definitely love for you to not only subscribe, but rate and review. If you're listening to any of the other podcast players, or even on the radio, so can't forget our radio friends, then, please subscribe so that you can be the first to get the content. You see, I try to bring you excellent content so that you can learn to transform your mind, transform your lives. And this is the perfect example of learning, how to work with your energy, learning how to work with the law of attraction, and learning that, if you're hitting a ceiling and you're not going any further, and you find yourself cycling, whether it's with money, whether it's with relationships, whatever it is, then you've got a blueprint that, a hypnotherapist like Pragito will be able to help you with. So definitely get her book. Definitely sign up for her newsletter, and keep in contact. I also want to invite, you watching and listening to join my private Facebook group, which is called Life Coach. Almost every day I give you inspirations to keep you inspired during the week. As well, I have a multitude of other life coaches and coaches on the channel or the group, so they can also give you some inspiration. So I will have to give you her basically, one of the things that you can do right now to transform your mindset on the law of attraction. And that is basically what I said. And that is watching your energy, watching your vibrations. One of the things that our feeling body teaches us is that we can actually tune in to the feeling of our body. When you feel bad, it tells you that you're going in a different direction from your goals and your dreams, and you need to bring it back. So one of the things I started doing is asking my guests before we sign off, what is one thing that those listening and watching can do right now to transform their mind on their money, their blueprint, period. regardless of what it is, right?
So what I was saying was, what I wanted to say to everybody was, laugh more every day, because laughter heals fear. You can't be worried and laughing at the same time. Yeah, so bring in more fun and playfulness and laughter into your life, and that will raise your vibes on a daily basis, and that will help with your law of attraction very much.
That's beautiful. Well, I feel great because I laugh a lot. So if that's all I got to do. That's beautiful. All right. Well, listen. Yes, I got the last part of that. I know you said laugh, and then that will raise your vibration. So, listen, I want to thank you so much. It's been an excellent interview. I'm definitely going to pick up a copy of your book and learn about expressive meditations. So, thanks again for tuning in. And one of the things I learned from my Indian friends is namaste.
Namaste.
All right.